Yeah, thank you. And perhaps it sounds a little bit crazy what we did, but you will see later on there's a history and there's a reason why we did it this way. And yes, I'm proud to have the chance to present it to you. So first of all, my name is Horst Nadler, and I started as a developer and as a product planner in the software industry, and now I'm 16 years at STO. And first of all, I want to present you some slides about our company. I don't know who knows STO or not, so let's start with this. Okay, so this work. Let's do it that way. So, here's our slogan, our mission: building with conscience, or in German, bewusst bauen. And what does it mean? So we're in the chemical sector for all of the last surface on your buildings, on the facade, in the interior, and so on, or as well on the floor. And so this is our mission, and it means we are responsible for the environment. We want to have top quality. We want to be an innovation leader, and so the short version is our mission: building with conscience. So STO is a group, and we have different brands, and the main brands are here on the left side. Our company brand STO in, I don't know exactly, I think in 24 countries at the moment. And so Critic is only in Germany for a subset of our product range. There are some other companies here in the middle and on the right side, but the project we are talking about is realized for STO and STO Critic. So here is an overview over all these different sectors, our business fields, and one is the most important thing: the facade coatings and the thermal insulation. And nowadays we are the world market leader for these thermal insulation systems by now. So for your inspiration, some pictures. So you see it's a wide field where we are working, and we have different market partners. Normally we do not deliver to any end customer or to any stores you can buy our products. Normally our partners are the direct distribution for craftsmen and trade and so on. Trade and specialist companies. But there are other market partners, for example, general contractors and planners, architects, and so on. And another important thing is to present different videos for housing industry and investors for large buildings, for example. So, okay, some key figures for you for our size. So you see we have around about 5,300 employees, and a turnover, I think this year, more than 1.3 billion. Mostly in Western Europe, but also in America and in Asia. So let's come to our project. Here you have an overview for all the countries we have realized the price list. We already have realized, and we are working since 2006, 2007 we started with this solution with SAP and as the generation of our catalogs, and we started in Germany, and only in German. And nowadays we are publishing our catalogs in up to 50 languages with round about 30 different product ranges, and starting from 20 pages up to around about 900, 950 pages catalogs. Something important is we have our headquarters in Stühlingen, that's near to Switzerland, 500 meters. We have there our international product management, so they define our master product ranges. Master means that's not 100% of our product range, but everything we have, let me say, in more than one country. Then we have our marketing and communications, or central marketing and communications, for example, the definition of our layouts of our CD and so on. We have our master data management, which is part of the international product management. And last but not least, I'm also working at Stühlingen. It's our global IT there. But it's not so easy. We have subsidiaries with local product management. They adapt the content to the local markets. Also, we have a local marketing, so they define if these products are useful or not for this market. We have sales and we have controlling, and they define the pricing for the different countries. So an important thing is collaboration, and that's the first thing for us why we started the project with a deeply integration in SAP. Because I can say 70 to 80% of the people you heard before, or the departments you heard before, are already working in SAP. Not working in SAP normally is our marketing communications, who are the project leaders, overall project leaders. And here we have, for every project, one responsible person at the headquarters, and there are 2 persons for all these projects. You will see later on, we have normally 30 to 50 projects a year. And they are also responsible for an overall creative content. I will show you examples later on. There's another responsible person in each subsidiary in the marketing for the local coordination with the local product management, with the local controlling and so on, and for quality assurance. We have around about 15 international product managers at our headquarters, and we have an MDM, Master Data Management team, of 7 persons and 2 other additional persons for translation management. Not for translating, but for translation management. They handle all the translation with translation offices and so on. So they're involved in this project, and mostly involved is master data management. The product managers are only involved for, let me say, some days a year. In the subsidiaries we have our local product managers, and they have a little bit more to do. They have to check all the products, what changed all over the year. They have to add local products, because we purchase local products in each market. We do not produce 100% on our own. And they adapt the global content to a local content. The interesting thing is, our international product management defines for our global product what is allowed to change and what is not allowed to change. And they really can define it on each different sentence of a product. So, for example, if you have 3 hints, they can define 2 are fixed and 1 is optional of these 3. Within these information, our local product management can do their local adaptation. They cannot adapt the fixed sentences. So, auxiliary, global IT, one of these two guys is in front of you. So, we did the implementation, partly the maintenance, and, very important thing, we do the generation. If not started by one mouse click. Everything else, if there is anything to adapt, we generate in the IT. No one in marketing has any chance to generate on its own without using our predefined buttons in SAP. So we'll see later on the process from SAP. Okay, and last but not least, we have the local controlling. They do the pricing, and normally 2 days before the last generation from SAP, they add the prices, and overnight we overtake these prices and generate the next day. So that means normally 5 to 6 weeks before the printing starts of a 900-page catalog. So a typical project. I won't go through the details, but one thing is important. You see here yellow part, and this is our master range definition. Master range, that's the global view. All our global products we bring to every country, and they can decide, okay, we want to have this product or we don't want to have. And that's the process starts typically in June and ends in September. Some weeks before this process ends, the local product management can add their products and start with their local generation. And from that point on, for example here for our price list for Denmark 2019, around about 400 pages, 950 products, we have time from 12 weeks for the annual price list before the print starts. But at the same time, we do 28 other product guides from 20 to 900 pages parallel. In this year 10 languages, but we had also years with up to 14 or 15 languages. So, some words about the techniques. We use SAP, ERP. Some of you probably know MM, which is the material management tool of SAP. And we have another one, it's EH&S. And this is Environment, Health and Safety. It's not a PIM, it's not a PDM. It's a special application for environment, health and safety. We needed it because we have many products concerned with products from product safety regulations and from dangerous goods regulation. But it's a very flexible tool with integrated in the SAP classification system, and so you can at any time additional evaluations and so on. If you need in your tree 5 more informations, you can add it within half an hour. That's one thing. The other thing is it includes phrases, and these are texts. You have one header for the text, administrated in our case in German, and you can translate this phrase into any other language. And this happens, wrong one, in across. So we have an interface from EH&S to across, and across is integrated with a translation office. They translate anything we have in EH&S 100% in 22 languages at the moment. We get it back. And the second process in most countries is that the locals check is this okay? Is this the speech for our branch? Does it fit? So we need to check. What you also have at our SAP, and that's an additional development, is our extensions module, and that's the only thing what it is. It's an interface to bring all this data together and to export it to our different application tools. Another thing we use is a dumb system. Here is Seldom Imagine. So any of these tools down there gets data from SAP, our CMS system, for every web application, at least in Europe. Our product labeling tool, we have at the moment around about 19,000 different labels in up to 24 languages, automatically generated, 95% automatically. We have technical data sheets, we have safety data sheets. Okay, we are talking about catalogs. We use InBetween to generate our catalogs. We have two different e-commerce systems, and we have a building information modeling language to add informations for graphics and so on, which you can use, or architects can use to build models before planning status. So, first step is always administration in SAP. Here is a screenshot. They check the information and the layout in a CMS-based preview. It does not fit 100% the output in InBetween, because we also need the same preview for our web applications and for our web shop. So we have only an overview. Okay, this is the content, and these blue informations here, that's the number, the head number of our phrases. So if the product manager sees, okay, there is anything wrong, he contacts the NDM team and says, okay, please change this phrase with this number. There's something wrong. They change it when it's a content thing, or the translation will be changed in across. Two different ways. Okay, and normally we have for each catalog one generation to check the whole catalog, mostly 3 or 4 weeks before the last generation, which is in PDF and also in InDesign package. Some further technical information. The InBetween stack is generated in SAP, the complete stack, including which template to use, and we have different templates. So we have in SAP the information, for example, use the large product template, the small product template, or anything else. And so we generate the complete stack for the complete catalog. So we have the navigation or hierarchy and the object correlation. We have these 4 different object types. Let's start with the products. I think you know what I mean. So it's our product description, including products. So we describe our product on a higher level, for example, a plaster or a paint or something like that. But there are different variants. They are included in this object type and in this template, different variants. And this is the only requested object type for a catalog. We have optional creative content, for example, some pictures, references, something else, or drawings, I don't know what else. we have an other object type, an index. You automatically generate the index. It's easier with the 900 pages than to do it manually. And the last one is our systems object type. And system in our definition is a combination of different products for a special usage. For example, our wall insulation systems. They have different layers, and so we have a relation between products and systems. So here we have related in-between templates. We have exactly one template for the systems, also for the creative pages, and one for the index template. But we have different templates for products. For example, small price lists. Yearly price lists, prices changes. We have no need to have further product information, or very large templates. And at this point, I will show you some examples. So I said something about the master. And here, for example, is our master in English. This is a predefined page. This is creative content. This is not automatically generated by our index functionality. There's another index, another creative content here, and later on. So, yeah, from here, it's the entry in our next chapter. So this one. This one is our system template, and it's 100% automated from SAP. Every content there, including this one or all the information above, and the picture here comes from the DAM system, but is also related from SAP. SAP knows which picture number, and that is automatically at this position. But in between set it at this position. But the information is from the link is from SAP. So other systems. Okay. I want to show you another product template. Please. Here is an example for our product template. Here you can see the product was the TurboFix, and we have only one article, and another one is the TurboFix Mini with 2 articles. In SAP, these are different objects. The upper object, by there, it's the product specification, and here we have 2 different articles from the material masters. They are related, and in between the information is in only one template. This generation is completely in background. And yesterday, when I was in the hotel for half an hour, I had an idea for another price list. But we have a very small store in Iberica, so we do not generate a price list for them. So I thought, what can I show you? Probably in Spanish. So I had the idea, okay, let's create in 10 minutes, not a generation, but to fit it, a Swedish price list in Spanish with English creative content. You believe or not? This is the creative content in English. I do not speak any Spanish, but I hope you agree this is Spanish. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, the configuration in SAP around about 10 minutes to do this. Generation, 3 or 4 hours. Close it. Yes. So you see, it's a really powerful solution. And how does it work? First of all, we consolidate all the data from SAP. We have around about 60 tables, and that's exactly our own developed interface to bring these data together. We didn't change any administration tools in SAP. That's all standard. But the consolidation, that's an old function. Also the conversion. Do we use text? Do we use a link for a picture? Do we use any other information? Probably we have to convert it into a number, into class. I don't know. We have around about 60 or 70 conversion routines. After that, we transfer one by one these database tables, only 4 tables, to another database due to safety reasons and performance reasons. And then the generation starts by an URL call. And we provide this on the server for marketing. That's the first time they see the result. They do not, they can start in SAP, and here is the result. Some hours later, normally we do it overnight. And all this is encapsulated by using 4 macros. So one click from SAP starts in using 4 macros, doing these steps. Okay, I mentioned before, we do 30 to 50 catalogs a year in up to 40 languages, 20 to 900 pages, and the ratio of fully automated pages, 70 to 80%. Depends on the country. So far,